What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Drinking Games. This is episode 44, and I'm here as always with James. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How's it going?
Doing all right. Just moved into the new place. It's been a long day. That's what I did today.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving sucks.
Yeah. So, how's everything going on over there?
Good. Fucking just got done with my first week of work. Fucking love my job. It's great.
Awesome. Awesome.
Just got done
Sweet.
watching that UFC.
Yeah, me and you both watched that.
Yeah. Fucking great main event.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight. I think I am gonna switch headsets. I think there's something
Okay.
going on with this one. Just one second. Something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh well. Oh well. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just getting some sort of weird feedback. I'm just hoping it's not getting recorded. I don't know what
I
it
can't
is.
hear anything.
Okay. Well, as long as you don't hear it, I guess it's probably these headphones dying or something. Uh,
Maybe.
uh, yeah, could be. Anyways, what you been playing, man?
Um, not much. Just because I was in my first week of my new job and I've been tired as hell when I get home. But I played a little bit more of Spider-Man. I went back to that a little bit. Um, I got to a part where you're Mary Jane and sneaking through like a forgot where I was. And it kind of like it was one of those sequences like in the beginning where she's like sneaking around in that museum type deal, like art
Oh yeah,
gallery,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and
and
you're like telling Spider-Man to get this guy and this guy.
yeah, and
It's
it was
like
like
blah, blah,
really
blah.
long and drawn out. So I was
Yeah,
like, ah, fuck this, dude. This is like kind of those are like the worst parts of that game.
yeah. I was kind of looking at the DLC because they had it on sale. I
Hmm.
don't think they have it on sale anymore, or maybe they do. It might be a part of this new sale. I forget. But I was kind of looking at it and seeing about maybe going back to it just to play the DLC. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, those are like the most boring parts to me, and they're forced on you, which sucks.
Yeah,
I don't want to fucking play Mary Jane Watson telling Spider-Man go get that guy. I'd rather
yeah,
I'd rather be Spider-Man just watching her and then getting the guys. You know, I find that to be the most boring part of the game, and some of the puzzles are pretty fucking boring too. Like at the Doctor Octavius um, lab.
yeah, yeah. You could tell that was like definitely padding for them to like have uh stuff for you to do when you're not playing the main game.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I don't find it interesting or challenging.
yeah, it's just trial and error. It's either pretty easy or I mean, even the harder ones don't take long to like figure out. So
Yeah, yeah. The taking me out of not out of being Spider-Man is disappointing.
yeah,
The
yeah,
game's fun, but that's the most disappointing part about it, and it happens like quite often. I feel.
yeah, yeah, and there's also those parts where you're playing as the other character too. Uh, Miles, right? Have you gotten to those
Yeah.
parts? Okay.
I don't think so. I
Oh,
felt
you
like I
haven't
was
gotten to
like,
that part?
no, I felt like I was close to the end too. So I don't know.
Oh, whoops. Well, I guess I might have spoiled a thing or two. But it's
I think because I started pretty far into the game because I already played a big chunk of it, and then I went back, you know. So I don't really remember it. I don't remember it, but I might have.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's a good game though. It's definitely uh like you said, there's some parts where it's like, yo, why am I not playing as Spider-Man right now, but
Yeah. It doesn't make it as fun.
yeah. But I feel like most video games have those parts. Like Days Gone has those cutscenes that aren't really cutscenes where you're just walking and somebody's talking. Usually it's
Yeah.
you and your girlfriend or wife or whatever, and you're just
Yeah.
like walking around talking, and it's like, why was this not just a regular cutscene?
Yeah. But I mean, this is like tedious. That's just boring. This is tedious.
Yeah, true.
You know, there's a difference between it. This is boring and tedious. Let me just say that.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, at least if
true.
Days Gone, I'm just kind of bored about it, you know.
Right.
Whereas Spider-Man, I'm like, God, I gotta fucking be Mary Jane again. Like, like what the hell, man?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it'd
I
be
don't.
cool if she had like a little bit more something to I don't know, something to make her more than just somebody who's not like, "Oh, Spider-Man, help me." You know what I mean? Like, if she
Yeah,
had her own, like, fucking weapon that she could take down enemies with, or something.
yeah, yeah. Or like I said, you could be Spider-Man in the fucking rafters helping her, and it
Yeah,
would be like a whole stealth section.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they chose to do some weird thing where you're playing Mary Jane hiding behind fucking crates and pointing at people, help, you
Yeah.
know. And then and if you barely get seen, it's like, oh, start over.
Yeah, yeah.
So like they could have done something better with that, I think. But what do I know? I'm not a game developer.
Me neither. Me neither. Uh, uh, that's cool, though, that you went back to that. I finished Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Cool.
Took me I think the clock was, like, 41 and a half hours for that game.
Oof,
So,
that's a long game.
it's a long game, but in JRPG standards, that's kind of a normal size. It's not very long, it's not short, it's just, like, I don't know. Persona, for example, Persona 5 took, like, 80 hours. You know what I mean? So, like, twice as
Jesus.
long. Yeah. So in JRPG standards, it's really not that long of a game, and that game was super easy too. Like I ran through it like nothing. Like I beat the final boss like he was my little bitch. Like it was no
Huh.
no problem at all. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I went back to Mario versus or Mario and Rabbids on the Switch, which is what I was playing before. I which is what I was playing before uh got done. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Technical difficulties.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Oh, it's fine. I was like,
Like
oh,
my
is he
internet fucked up for a little bit, so I switched
actually?
over.
Oh, okay. Actually, I don't hear what I was hearing earlier either, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I
Um,
switched from the 2.4 gigahertz to the 5.
oh, okay.
That's probably what was fucking with you, because my stepsister's probably streaming Netflix.
Mm,
I'm on the Xbox in here,
I
so
thought, because in my new place, the router is in the living room, and this is a bigger house. I was like, is the internet not working as good over here? Like,
no, it might have been on my end because I just switched over to the 5 gigahertz, and that's like a less trafficked uh, frequency.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, I was just saying I went back to Mario and Rabbids,
Yeah.
which is what I was playing before I got Tokyo Mirage. Still a good game. And then also I did pick up Golem on the PSVR
Oh yeah,
and
yeah. How do you like it?
started playing that. That's a damn good video game. It's fun as hell. I'd say it's a top tier PSVR game for sure. I was
Really?
saying you could probably set that next to Blood and Truth and Firewall, and it's like up there in the
Yeah.
echelon of PSVR games. But it's hard. It's a difficult game. It's like a fucking the Dark Souls of VR games almost. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just suck at it, and other people are like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But uh, yeah, I just sometimes I don't know if it's me or if it's like maybe the game not registering when I block, but sometimes I'll like block and it won't register the block and it'll I
Get
don't
you?
know, like yeah, and I'll still get hit because it's like in one hand I'm using a regular PlayStation controller, PS4 controller with my left hand, and
Okay.
that's what I'm using to move. I'm just using the
The
stick to
stick.
move. And then the other hand, I got the move controller.
Okay.
And you're only using one hand to block and swing. So a golem is coming in like this, and you gotta block like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, and then you gotta swing. But sometimes, like you'll go to block, and they'll just go right through your block, and I don't know if that's like
Hmm.
a move problem. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's not detecting your
Oh,
block
yeah.
as well. Because any other time when you're not in combat, like it's like 1 to 1, like you're moving your hand around and it works. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a game issue, not blocking at the absolute right time, or there could be other
Yeah.
things. Maybe I just got to get used to. Uh, but I enjoy it a lot. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be a very long game. Uh, like I'm in this there's kind of this hub world, uh, and you get different masks for your golem to open different doors, and I feel like there's only about 4 or 5 doors, and two of the main doors. Are you okay?
You there?
You hear me? Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Man, I'm having some issues right now.
I wonder if it is me. Maybe I should go up. Hold on one second.
Man, I might be having some internet issues right now for some reason. Because last time this didn't happen.
All right. Let me see.
You're Blair Witch projecting it.
Yeah, I'm in my living room now. I want to see if this helps any.
Helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can turn my light on. Yeah, okay. Cool. All right. Let's see if you still have issues. Maybe. It could be on my end. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it is your first day there, so.
Yeah.
Have you tried like running a test to see how fast it is?
How do I do that on this?
I don't know how to do it on a computer. I know how to do it on the PS4 and the Xbox.
Yeah. No.
But you were saying they have different masks?
Yeah, there's like different masks for uh I think there's like 4 or 5 just different masks.
Okay.
And yeah, there's like different doors that you can't go in until you get those masks.
Oh,
Uh
okay.
yeah, and I've already like gone through like 2 big areas from like 2 different masks. So I imagine maybe there's only 2 more big areas. I don't know. Uh But, yeah, it's really fun. The combat's enjoyable. There's, like, this whole like, I think I kinda talked about it in the last show, and maybe I didn't, there's, like the story is very front loaded in this game where there's, like, cutscene,
Yeah,
cutscene,
I
cutscene,
think
cutscene.
I think you did say something about
Yeah.
it. You were barely starting to play it.
Yeah, because it was, like, the first 30 or so minutes were, like, all pretty much cutscenes. And so, and now, like, once you get to play it, there's not really any cutscenes. It's just gameplay, and you're finding these different, uh, like, things that apparently your mom hid for you to find, or actually not
Okay.
even for you to find, but your sister to find. And it's telling you like the history of the area. She's like telling you how she met your dad and like all this shit. And there's all this like other background story going on there too that you're like finding these pieces.
Cool.
Uh yeah, and then there's just other than that, there's just these golems that you're fighting, and then these other things that run up to you and are annoying but are easy to kill, like, they run up to you and you, like, hit them one time. But, like,
They
they'll
jump in your face.
yeah, they jump in your face and they'll be, like, throwing spears at you and won't know where the hell they're at first, and then you'll
Uh-huh.
be looking around and finally find them. Uh, but there are some big like, the golem I'm at right now is like, that keeps fucking me up is this ginormous one, and he has this big ass axe, and I can't get past him right now.
Oh, so he's bigger than you.
Oh yeah, way bigger. And it's like one good hit from him pretty much fucks me up. So I don't know. I know what I gotta do. I gotta wait for him to like do that one, powerful move, and
Dodge.
then yeah, dodge that and then hit him. But it's just like I do that like once or twice, and then he like gets me. So I just gotta be more patient, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good game. Uh,
cool.
I definitely enjoy it. It's very well made. You know, it took them forever to make this game, so it better be
Yeah,
well made.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
they announced it like before PSVR came out, and it like
That was
took
like the first thing they announced, I think.
yeah, 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 you're right. And yeah, it was like the first thing they announced, and it was like, how many years have we had PSVR now? 4, 5 years?
Quite a bit because I felt like I got in late in the life cycle of the PSVR.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a minute. Can you hear that?
Yeah, air conditioner.
Yep. Turn
Um,
you off for right now.
I don't know. Have you been playing anything else?
Golem, that Mario Rabbids. Uh, no, that's it.
Yeah, you know me. Um, I've been fucking going hard on Overwatch. Like,
Oh
uh,
shit.
last night I stayed up till 2 in the morning playing. Um, but I'm doing good now. Like, I'm on my way to gold. I'm about 100 away from being gold, which is something I've never done.
Yeah,
So,
but you've
uh,
been silver plenty of times, right?
yeah, dude, I've stayed steady silver. I've dipped into bronze because I get really shitty teams. Um, I think it's just because of my work hours.
Yeah.
Like, because I've been doing training, so I get off at 3:30, make it home by 4. I got a nice amount of games to choose from. You know, I'm not just playing with a bunch of drunk assholes. You know, and then I've been making friends, so um,
Cool.
I've been kind of aligning myself with the right people this season, which is nice. Um, been playing a lot of Zarius again, and I think that's why I've been doing so much better. I went back to playing her instead of trying new people, and I've noticed like it's all about the healers. If the healers ain't healing your ass, then you're fucked.
Is the new character not gonna come out until Overwatch 2 comes out?
I don't know. They have like a schedule where they've been known to drop characters during certain times,
Hmm.
but like this last year, I want to say this past year, they've kind of went off of that schedule, and I don't know if it's due to Overwatch 2. Um, but they were known to drop levels at certain times, and then this last year, like November, they were supposed to drop a level, but they didn't.
Mm.
So I'm wondering if that has to do with Overwatch 2, you know. Uh, that would be a shame if it was, you know, because they should just up they should just put the fucking new level in. Don't save it back. Like
Right.
I'm gonna get to play it anyways, you know. I feel like it's just another um marketing tactic, you know. Oh, a new
Oh, most
level's
definitely. Most
yeah. So that's what sucks. I've noticed that Blizzard's been going kind of downhill since Activision I think is really hammering their ass.
Oh yeah. Activision's doing a whole hostile takeover on their ass right now, dude.
Yeah, I know we probably talked about it before, but I mean, it's just getting worse and worse, which sucks.
Yeah.
Um, I might actually in April there's gonna be like Overwatch League in Los Angeles, and I might actually go. buy tickets and go to that just to see it.
Okay.
I'm not a crazy. I don't even know if there's a Los. I think there's a Los Angeles team, but I don't really
I'm
watch
pretty sure
professionals
there is.
play.
Just
Um,
from the like casual shit I've seen on like, because I feel like IGN sometimes hosts that shit, and I've been on
maybe
their website and they've talked about like,
a Los Angeles team.
yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't really follow the Overwatch League much. I don't even watch professional players. I kind of like people are like, "Oh, you should watch fucking pro players, dude." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Fuck that, dude." Like, maybe it'll help me, but as long as you understand the concept of the character, like Zarya is real easy to understand.
Right.
You bubble somebody, it charges you up. You bubble yourself, if the more damage the bubble takes, the bigger your charge is. You get it up to 100%, you just fucking walk forward and kill people.
Nice.
So, like, if you get her fucking beam up to 100%, I start like saying, screaming out like I'm big dick swinging Zarya, because like, dude, that shit melts like the damage and the healers really fast.
It's awesome.
It's all about, I've noticed it's all about timing. Like I've gone up against people. A lot of people have been playing her lately too for some reason. I don't know why. Her and the sniper healer lady,
Mm.
Anna. Supposedly they reworked her and her accuracy is better.
Oh, okay.
So um, that's a big deal because like she's, if you know how to play her, she's one of the better healers in the game. Um, because she has this grenade, right? And say there's a bunch of people fucking fighting in a big fuck off ball. Like you got Rhines fighting each other and they're really close to each other. And you throw that grenade in the middle, it's going to heal your team and then prevent the other team from healing.
Mm.
So, like, if there's a Mercy healing a Rhine and she throws that grenade and hits that Rhine, that Mercy's not healing that motherfucker anymore.
Nice.
And it lasts for maybe 5 seconds. And that's enough time for you to fucking go over there and destroy him. So I like those changes, and then they make her more accurate so she can kind of, because her sniper gun, that's like a healing gun, doesn't
Mm.
do much. Doesn't do much, I don't think. But I've rolled a couple games lately with a good Ana, and we've just fucking like put it to the other team,
Oh yeah.
and then vice versa, dude. So, um, yeah, it feels good to be actually like starting to be on a schedule and being able to play some games again. The
Hell
last
yeah.
couple weeks I haven't had much to talk about. Not even Overwatch wise because I haven't even really been able to play that. So
Right. Right.
whereas before I'd be putting in like 30 hours on a season,
Right.
you know?
If not more.
Yeah, like this season I only have like, I mean, on my main character 6 hours, which is the most I've had in a long time. So
Did you see any of the like gameplay stuff for that? I think it's called Outriders. Outriders? Is that what the fuck it's called?
I don't know.
It looks like
No.
a Destiny clone, but it's being made by People Can Fly, which are the guys who made Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm and
Yeah.
Gears Judgment.
Yeah. And published by Square Enix.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like some sort of Destiny clone. I don't know if it's gonna do very well. It looks kind of neat, but I don't know. Like, I actually did recently download Destiny because it's free to play, and I was like,
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2, yeah. Destiny 2. Yeah, because it like went free to play or whatever, and I was like, you know what, I'll check it out.
Uh-huh.
And I have yet to play it yet, but I did play like the beta when it first came out, and I thought it was neat. But I don't know. I've never really been into like the live service games too much
Yeah.
when it comes to like the shooters. But
Destiny's all right. I played a little bit of it and it's fun. You know, I did play solo, but I'm sure if you have like a team that you can get together and play often, it would be a lot funner. Um, but I don't know. The first one kind of burned me, you know?
yeah,
I thought it was going to be this great game from the beta, and then you get it, and it's like that's all this is. And then I played the second one, and like it just reminded me of the same shit, you know?
yeah. So do you think people are gonna fuck with that Project Resistance on Resident Evil 3?
I hope so. It looks fun.
It does look fun, man.
Um,
I want to fuck with it, dude. I'm kind of interested in messing around on that, dude.
yeah, it looks like a fun game, kind of like the whole Friday the 13th Predator style game, except you're pulling the strings. You're not actually Jason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're
Yeah, it
kind of
could be
telling
neat.
Jason what to do.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
And
yeah,
I like those style of games.
yeah, that could be cool.
So
I
it's
dig
a
them
clever
too.
idea.
Yeah, Friday the 13th is pretty decent.
The Predator game looks fun.
Yeah, that does look like it's gonna be fun. I did play some Modern Warfare with a couple buddies last week too. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cool. I was thinking about picking that up. Um, you know, just because it's been getting people been praising it so much.
yeah.
Um,
Um, it's fun. I like the different game. We tried a few game modes. But there was one that we had. It was called that we had done. It was called Gunfight. That I think is
yeah,
maybe
gun game,
no, not gun game. This
gun fight.
yeah, gun game. I know what gun game is. You get a gun, you kill a guy, you get a new gun. This
Yeah.
one's a little different. It's a 3 versus 3 match, permadeath, and there's like five. The first team to win 5 rounds wins the game. Not
Oh,
the
that's
best out
cool.
of 5, but win 5 rounds wins the game.
5 rounds. Yeah.
And yeah, 3 versus 3 permadeath, and you start the match off with whatever gun that they give you. So and
So it
everybody
could
has
just be
that gun.
random.
Yeah, and everybody has. So if it's this sniper rifle, everybody has that sniper rifle. You know what I mean?
Is that the only one you have for that round?
For that round, yes. And
So
then
every
it'll
round it changes and it's randomized.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
pretty
cool.
neat. Yeah, and it kind of evens the play. To where
Yeah.
people can't just have their favorite gun. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a neat concept for sure. Uh, I thought that was cool. We played that for a good little minute, and I thought it was interesting for sure. And then after that, we did jump on Need for Speed Heat because we all had that, but we were kind of just driving around being stupid idiots.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
sounds like a fun time though.
yeah. Uh, and I swear to God, I can't be the only person that remembers this arcade game. All the gas stations and Need for Speed Heat are called Outrun Gas, Do you remember the arcade game
Yeah,
Out?
it's by
Okay.
Sega, right?
Yeah, but I say yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I w
They even had like they even had Outrun where it was like you sat in a car at the arcade with a big screen and
yeah,
the car moved.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was trying to
Why?
tell them, I was like, "Yo, Outrun was an arcade game, I swear to God it was," and they were like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about, dude?" And I was like,
How
"I
old
I
are they, dude?
ne
That's the question.
they're older than me, that's the problem."
What?
Yeah, and I was like, "I know this game existed." And yeah, I looked it up and it was like, 1986, I think it said.
Is that no,
Sounds
then it
about
was
right.
on Nintendo. That was on Nintendo.
It was on Nintendo
The
and
NES.
it was an arcade game.
Sega didn't Sega published it at one point, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I think it eventually yeah, it eventually was just everywhere, I feel like. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was a neat game, and I don't know, like, it's weird that, like, I remembered that detail. I'm not even sure where exactly I first played that game,
Uh-huh.
but, yeah,
I
like,
played it on the NES.
yeah. As soon as
Yeah.
I saw that the gas stations were called Outrun, I was like, "Is this a wink and a nod to that game, or is it just a
Maybe.
coincidence?" I don't know.
It might be. I mean, it
Yeah,
is another car game, dude, in a car game.
yeah,
So it
uh,
might be.
yeah, but that was yeah, that I thought that was interesting, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
Need for Speed Heat, man, when you're doing those night levels, though, dude, those cops are OP, dude. They're fucking like, dude, like, you'll do a couple races and you'll start to feel good, and then it's like, no, the fucking cops come in and fuck your whole world up, dude. And then
I
you
gotta
lose
say,
all your reputation that you built up.
Need for Speed has always been that way.
Yeah.
There's only one other game that I've got fucking majorly fucking angry with, and it was Fight Night, the 360 one. I f
Round 3 or round 4?
the
Champion?
first one. So round three.
Round 3, yeah.
It was the first one. It was like what a launch game almost. It was
Yeah,
like early in the cycle.
I think round 3 was, like, on both the original and the 360.
Fuck that game. Fuck that game.
Yeah.
That game and fucking Need for Speed Underground original on PS2. Fuck those games. I've never been so angry with a game.
Yeah.
Like those are the top two. Like I broke a controller. The only time I ever broke a controller, like from actually like being pissed. Like, yeah, I broke controllers playing Overwatch, but that's because like I'm fucking hammering down on knees like every second.
Yeah.
Um, look, I just fucking broke this one the other day. I just replaced these bumpers too. It like fucking
Jesus,
comes
dude.
out.
I feel like that's poor fucking controller design on Xbox's part almost, dude. It's
Yeah,
like
I broke that, so I still have some that I can replace it with, but they're not totally fucking broke.
yeah.
Um, but I took a 360 controller and I fucking hucked it as hard as I could, dude, into my entertainment center, and it just smashed. All because of Fight Night 3, round 3. Fuck that game.
Was it a like, were you playing a real person, or were you doing, like, a campaign thing?
It was the final person on the campaign, and I was trying to beat it because I could get 1,000. You know, I could beat the whole game. You know, like I would
Yeah,
get
yeah.
1,000 gamer score for that game.
They didn't want to give you that at all, huh? I think that might have
Yeah.
been round 4 then, because I don't remember if round 3 had a campaign.
Yeah, it did. And then after I broke my controller the next day or a couple days later, I was like, yeah, I fucking broke my controller. And this is when I was like in my 20s and I was poor. So I couldn't really afford another controller until my next paycheck.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, you know how I beat it? I just turned off fucking disqualification and I just illegal fucking headbutted him until he got knocked the fuck out."
No.
Yeah, and I was like, "Really? That's all I have to do?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude," and it gave me the achievement and everything. I was like, "Man, fuck you, dude. I broke my controller over that fucking game."
That's some bullshit. Oh my
Yeah.
god. You can turn off disqualification. What if you just, like, instead of headbutting them, because they had, like, the nut shots too, like, you
Yeah.
just won by consecutive nut
Nut
shots.
shots. Yep. I was like, fuck, man, I wish I would have known that yesterday before I threw my fucking controller across the room.
Yeah.
And then same with Need for Speed, man. I almost fucking broke a controller with that on the last level.
Mm.
Cause it was like you would get in first place and then you would have to go into the oncoming traffic and there would always be someone hitting your ass. It was
Yeah.
like they set your ass up to get hit every time.
Heat does that shit sometimes too with their races, where it's like you're doing really good, and then a fucking car will just like come right in front of you and fuck your day up, dude.
Well, and then like they had a real bad issue with that first underground with rubber banding
Oh yeah.
just to make it seem hard, you know,
Hmm.
where the computer would rubber band so you would be ahead and then, you know, all of a sudden they're getting behind and then they'd fucking, you know, like a rubber band.
Yeah, that probably had something to do with the core design of the game that they fucked up. Like they were
It was
like,
fucking stupid.
"Yo, this is how we're gonna make this game fair," and then they like went the total opposite with it. Probably they probably made it to where like you could catch up easier, but they didn't account for the AI doing the same
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah. I
funny.
remember we beat it. Me and my buddy beat that shit and like you literally had to drive a perfect last race. It had to be
Mm.
perfect. If you fucked up, it's over. You might as well just start over. And that fucking Little John song is stuck in my fucking head forever, dude. Because that was the theme song for that one, you know?
Well, that was
Uh,
probably the biggest fucking punishment of
yeah,
all, having to
that
listen to
one
a
song.
Lil Jon song over and over again.
Oh, skeet, 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 skeet.
Oh, it was
That
that
one.
one? Oh,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, dude. I was like, this is fucking not cool, man. Like, yeah. Because it was the start screen song.
Mm.
And it would always start 369 at that
Oh,
point. I was like, fuck. And then years later, when I was working at Dave and Buster's, we get the Need for Speed Underground arcade cabinets, and we put them
oh wow.
together. And the first thing it does when we fire it up at the start screen, ah, oh, skeet, 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 skeet. I was like, God damn it!
I'm over this shit already.
I thought I got rid of you years ago, Little
Yeah,
John. And that was when the song wasn't even popular, dude.
yeah,
Like it had its time.
yeah.
So yeah, I
What do
was
you
fucking
what do you think
pissed.
of the Def Jam series? I don't know why, like, little talking about Lil Jon made me think of this, but, like,
I never really played too much. I vaguely remember. Didn't they have two of them?
yeah, technically there was 3. There was Def Jam Vendetta, Def Jam The Fight for New York, and then they did have one called Def Jam Icon, but
Which
it
one was the first one?
Vendetta.
That's the one I remember. It had like Raekwon,
Yeah.
Method Man.
Mhm.
I don't know. I know they're playing them over again on Giant Bomb. They're playing
Really?
Fight for New York. Yeah.
That's cool.
They have like a series that they're doing Fight for New York. I don't know. They were okay. They weren't the greatest.
I thought they were neat for what they were. Like they kind of did have this. Well, I think I do believe EA did use the same like wrestling engine as their wrestling games
Yeah,
to like have these rappers fighting and shit.
yeah, they did.
Uh, but I don't know. I thought they were neat just to like watch fucking rap. Watch
Yeah.
see how the hell Slick Rick would do up against fucking Method Man or something.
Didn't they have Busta Rhymes in there too?
Yeah, I believe they did. They had a lot of them. They had
Capone and Noriega.
Killa, yeah,
Yeah.
Capone. Yeah, they had a lot of the fucking greats in there,
I
dude.
think we're due for another one.
Yeah, EA needs to make a new Fight Night, and they need to make a new fucking Def Jam game. They just need to do it
Yeah.
for sure. Let that be the big thing, the big reveal in E3.
I bet they make a new fight. They gotta make a new fight night, man. It's like, come on.
They kind of doubled down on the UFC games for a while.
Yeah. And I mean boxing's not that interesting. It's kind of making a comeback, but
Yeah.
um it would be cool to see a new fight night.
Yeah, I always thought
Just
it was fun, especially to play with friends and shit. It was fun to, play against your friends.
and just because it's like all stand up, you don't have
Yeah.
to do nothing. It can those controls were so simple yet so good.
Mhm. Although I hated a buddy of mine like mastered the haymakers in this game and would just like fuck you up like the whole time and it'd be like, man, fuck you and this.
Like I said, that game fucking I hate it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that game. But it was
Mm,
good.
yep. So, you know what? We haven't. I did not prepare for this at all, but we haven't done like a 20 questions in like quite a few episodes.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day when we had last episode after we had Damien on.
Yeah. Uh, we'll have to start doing it again. I didn't prepare for one.
Well, we've been busy, you know. So,
Yeah, been super busy, and even without the 20 questions, we've been going kind of long, anyways.
yeah.
Sometimes, uh, but yeah. Was there anything else you want to talk about, or?
No. I mean, I'm gonna go watch this fucking boxing match now. The Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Hopefully I can get it streaming here. It seems like it's going to be a good fight. That guy Tyson Fury's a big shit talker, and I guess they couldn't even square up like at the weigh-ins. They had to like stay far apart from each other because of
Mm,
the animosity towards each other.
sounds like a new Mayweather or something. That's like a Mayweather tactic right there.
Yeah, like they were afraid that they were going to start fighting at the weigh-in. So, um, yeah, I hope it's good. The first one was really good, dude. Like, it was a
Oh yeah,
split
this is a
decision.
sequel. Yeah, this is like the second fight, huh?
So they're gonna go at it. I can't wait to watch. I like watching combat sports, man. Out of all sports, uh, it's just like it's. I think it's the most exciting type of sports.
Especially when you know, like, these guys know they're gonna fight each other for like sometimes 3 months in advance, and
Yeah,
like, they're just training their hearts out, like
yeah,
try to be the best. It is neat to watch. It's fun to watch boxing matches and UFC. You know,
yeah. I like UFC the most because you do get the people that are very respectful, and it's cool to see that. Like, but then you also have the McGregors, and you have people that truly fucking hate each other. And it's cool to see how they handle that emotion when they go into fight.
yeah,
Um, it's a crazy mental game on top of being physical. Like uh, Khabib and McGregor fight last time, fucking Khabib won, jumps out of the octagon, starts fucking swinging on McGregor's teammates. Like,
Jesus. That's
yeah. And it was because McGregor was a straight dick, dude. He was like saying shit about the dude's wife and uh
yeah,
like his
McGregor is
religion, and
giant shit talker,
so
and
it
most
just
of the
is
time
like,
can't back
don't,
it up. Yeah,
huh?
and most of the time McGregor can't even back up his shit talking. That's the thing
I
too.
don't know, dude. He's one of the greatest fighters of all times, dude. Straight up. He
Yeah,
went he went 10 rounds with Mayweather before Mayweather was like, "Oh fuck this guy, dude. I'm just going to finish him." He was the first dual champion, so he was the champion in the uh featherweight and lightweight before that was like a big thing. He's only lost two fights in the UFC. One to Nick Diaz, and then he came back and he evened it up with Nate Diaz, and then to Khabib. So I mean, he's a phenomenal fighter. I just don't like him because of his mouth.
yeah,
And now it seems like he's more respectful. I mean, with the Cowboy fight, he was very like respectful. But I don't know if he'll be the same way if he fights Khabib again.
that suit he wore. I think it was during the Mayweather fight, or maybe during the weigh-in or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Probably the best suit ever.
Huh.
Do you remember that suit?
Was it a pinstripe?
It was a pinstripe, and the pinstripe said "fuck you" on them.
Oh yeah, yep.
Every pinstripe. It was
That was McGregor and Mayweather.
yeah. That was that. Yeah, yeah. That was
Yeah,
the best suit ever. It's,
yeah.
I'm sure if like that, if he ever sells that, that'll sell for like a lot of fucking money.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
But yeah. No, yeah. I'm just gonna go watch this fight. Hopefully on a dope illegal stream, cause fuck paying for pay-per-view.
Heard that. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how much money they expect you to pay. But all right. If you guys like this, like it, share with your friends. We'll be back next week.
I'll have more to talk about,
Good. Good
cause I'll
stuff.
have a next week's my last week of training, so I'll be home earlier
Yeah.
than I normally am. So I'll have the whole night to play. Um, yeah, and then I'll actually like tomorrow I'm moving the rest of my stuff. So
So
I won't have to worry about any of that. I'll have most of my shit put away. So I'll be able to play a little bit more of a variety of games.
yeah, I'll definitely play more Golem, and then I'll probably I don't know. We'll see what else the fuck I play.
I'm thinking about taking my Switch to work and just playing there, like on my lunch breaks.
Yeah.
So, because now I take my lunch when nobody's taking their lunch. Like the rest of the people in the warehouse take their lunch at different times than me.
Hmm.
Because while they're on lunch and break, I'm out there working on the machinery.
Hmm. Oh yeah, somebody's got to be there the whole. Okay, yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So while like the regular employees take their work, I mean take their break and their lunch break, I go out and I do my preventative maintenance stuff on the machines while they're on break.
Oh, okay.
So when I go on break, it's fucking there's nobody in the break room, so I could probably sit there and play. I'll probably get back into Zelda and try to like really go ham on it.
Oh yeah. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.